Hi everyone and welcome to the Cabral Concept. I'm Steve Cabral, board certified naturopathic doctor, and today I want to bring you an episode from Miami Airport. I'm here today after 2 days of essentially meetings on genetic-based testing, which is something we do in my Boston practice, helping individuals find out their actual genome, what's going on with their genetics, and then if they're predisposed to high cholesterol, high triglycerides, celiac, lactose intolerance, inability to use certain B vitamins in the proper way, Alzheimer's. So what we do is we go deep into a person's genome, essentially look at these things called SNPs, or single nucleotide polymorphisms, and then make it really, really simple. It is a 100-page report that it's all about you, but then what we do is we break that down to kind of like a one-page cheat sheet of everything that you need, from best lifestyle, best athletics, best diet plan, all of these specific things. And a lot of people don't realize that you can actually tell all of that from your genome. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't need to tweak things, because depending on where you are in your life right now, you might actually have to make some adjustments and then actually be able to get towards the correct plan for your specific genes. So the other thing I want to talk about is that your genes are not necessarily your destiny. So when I talk about things like high cholesterol, and people come in all the time and just say, oh, my cholesterol, I have high cholesterol, but so does everyone in my family. It's a genetic thing. Well, a genetic thing really just means that you have all of these genes that, look at them like locks, basically. They can be turned on and off at any moment if you have the right key. And those are proteins, those are enzymes, those are certain things that essentially, through lifestyle, through exercise, through nutrition, through stress, through detoxification, either turn them on positively or negatively. And those are what we look at specifically. So when it comes to something like hypocholesterolemia, or something to do with high triglycerides, high cholesterol in a negative way, we can say, well, simply that just means everyone in your family suffered from those specific underlying root causes that allowed for that expression of that high cholesterol. Most likely you weren't 8 years old when you had high cholesterol. You maybe were 18 or 28 or 38, or go from there. So what I do is I look at those underlying root causes specifically, correct that, so that yes, your genetics do matter, they absolutely do, and you need to be on a specific nutrition plan and potentially specific nutritional supplements to help support different inflammation pathways, methylation pathways, things that you don't really know about or need to know about in depth like that. But what you do need to know is this: your genetics do matter. You should absolutely know what they are, but also that you can do things about them, and your genes aren't necessarily your destiny. So we call it epigenetics, and that's your lifestyle, which either positively or negatively affects those genes and allows them to turn on or off. Hopefully this makes sense. Of course, we're going to talk more about this in the future. I'm just really excited about the future of what that's going to be. I use a really brilliant lab out of Australia. That's where I get the data from. They do the lab testing. I just simply send my clients those lab kits. They get that information back to them. But in the future, there's going to be a lot more to come, 3 years, 5 years down the line, on how we can personalize this even a little bit more for you. I hope this answers some of those questions, and I'll be back real soon with the Cabral Concept.